Batting for the men.
Batting for the men?
World Series is over.
Didn't know when you came, huh? Most people I know have a psychological block which prevents them from being who they are. It seems even people who are successful, it doesn't mean they know who they are, they were just able to have success while they were somebody else. So this piece is called You Were Somebody Else. Sex is the ultimate form of intimacy. But you can't use sex as a gauge of intimacy anymore, because sex is taken for granted. In fact, if you don't have sex with someone, there's no chance of becoming intimate. Now people fake intimacy so they can at least get to know you. Because really it takes a year or two to get to know someone, which is a lot of faking. All the time you might be having sex with someone, you don't even know the person. And while you're having sex, trying to get to know them, they're changing. So by the time you get to know them, they might be somebody else. And then you say something like, I don't know who you are anymore. Well, the only person you ever know is yourself. And you might not even know yourself. Plus, you're always changing. You might think you know someone, but knowing someone is an illusion. Let's say one day you realize something about yourself you secretly knew all along, but didn't accept. So you weren't the person you knew you were. Of course, the person you were with thought you were who you were. Little did they know you were somebody else. But you were waiting to be who you thought you might be, if you were ever ready to be who you were. So you decide to be yourself. Of course, it doesn't happen so quickly because you're a little rusty being yourself. But somehow you become yourself. Then the person you're with realizes they're not with the same person they thought you were. And they say something to you about it. And you say, well, you never did know me anyhow. Then you have to decide if you're going to stay with the same person or find somebody new whose vision of you is not clouded by who you once pretended to be. So you're thinking about your lover and you're trying to calculate their rate of change. Plus how much you don't know about them. Divided by what you still don't know about yourself. Multiplied by what you think your lover is not accepting about themselves. Leading you to conclude you just don't have the time. Getting to know them is going to take forever. And what you already know is too much. So you cancel the equation. Now you can get onto something new, which invariably turns out to be something old. You. Because by now, you're older. Finally, you're the old you always knew was not new. Or you're the new you always knew was you. very wonderful, very serious, very funny Lotus Weinstock.